how you doing? It's Will Robinson from Robinson's Auto Repair. Today we have a 2007 Chevy HHR. Customer states he has a pulsation in the brake pedal and in the steering wheel when he applies the brakes. That's an indication of a warped rotor. After talking to him for a little bit, he stated that the rotors had been cut 2 times in the past. So I suggested that we pick up a set of rotors, pads, and that should take care of his pulsation. Because as you may know, the more rotors cut, the thinner it gets, and the quicker it's going to warp. So, with that being said, I'm going to make a short video clip on how to remove and replace front rotors and pads on a Chevy HHR, which is very similar to many makes and models. So I hope you guys like it. And at the same time, I'll be checking the rear shoes. It has drum on the back, so if they're in need of replacement, I'll include that as well.
Okay guys, let's get started. Let's start by removing the tire. We got it all up on jack stands and vehicle secure. Okay. Sometimes these aluminum wheels can be tough getting off, so you just give it a quick whack on the top. Roll the tire out of the way. There's a shot of the caliper and the bracket and the rotor. Okay, break the bolts loose on your caliper. Okay, remove the bolts. You'll see once I get these bolts out, this caliper should slide right out. Okay, got the caliper out. Now what I'm going to do, I got a set of C-clamps. I just use these because it's a little quicker. What I'm doing there is compressing the caliper, make room for the new pads. Okay, once I got the caliper compressed, I got a short little bungee cord I made up. This is handy. You can just hang it right off of the front spring. There's another shot of that bungee cord. Because you don't want the weight of that caliper putting too much pressure on that brake hose, and it keeps it up out of your way. Okay, here I'm taking pads out of the caliper bracket. Place them off to the side. Won't be needing them. Okay. Next I'm removing the caliper bracket, removing the bolts. Okay. Yeah, pretty good timing there, huh? Yep. Okay, I got the caliper bracket removed. That rotor. Move that. Sometimes it doesn't come off that easy. You just got to tap around on the inside of the studs, like in between the tires, in between the wheel studs. Break it loose. Yeah, I had my pitcher throw me a rag. Make sure there ain't no rust or anything on that spindle, because that could throw your rotor out of balance if there's a little chunk back there. Okay, I got the new rotor. I got it all cleaned up, because that comes with the anti-rust stuff on it. You want to clean that all off. I did that prior to on the mock-up before the video. Okay, I'm reinstalling the caliper bracket. Get the bolts lined up and get them both in there. Okay. Get them nice and tight. You'll notice how I'll get one snug and then I'll jump to the next, and progressively tighten one up after another, kind of trying to pull it in even. Okay, now you see me got some brake and caliper grease. You want to apply that to the pads wherever you got metal to metal contact. Okay, now I'm reinstalling the pads into the caliper bracket. There's two metal clips in there. I really can't see them in this video. Maybe in the next video I'll give you a closer shot. But yeah, just apply some grease wherever you got metal to metal contact. That'll keep your noise down. Okay, remove your bungee cord or whatever you used to hang it. Remember, just like before, wherever you're going to have metal to metal contact, apply to caliper and brake grease. Believe it or not, this does make a big difference. Right there, I'm just checking the caliper pins, make sure they move freely. Okay, reinstall your caliper bolts. This really ain't all that bad of a job, especially when you're putting all new parts on and everything's free. It's working on newer cars is always nice. Okay, tighten down your caliper bolts. Okay. Let's give everything a once over. All looks good. Alright. Let me just showing you that grease. Yep, here comes the tire. And reinstall the tire, and you're done. Yeah. Sure you guys can see what I'm doing there. Yeah, this really isn't too bad a job. Just take your time. Make sure you get everything right. Check everything over twice. If you have to, pull apart the other side to so you have something to compare it to. This brake's really, there isn't much that you need to go back on to check. It's more when you do drum brakes. When you tighten up your tire, try to get an even pattern going. Tighten that tire down even. Now this impact I'm using isn't gonna super torque the tires, so I'm just running them down even with the torque or with the impact. You'll see after I'm done, I grab a torque wrench and torque them to spec. And then okay, just repeat the same thing on the other side, and that's a cut. Stay tuned, guys.